y'all, what is up? Welcome back. So today I'm gonna be doing this super pink cut crease, extra glossed up, like I'm trying to serve that early 90s dollar store lip gloss because it was pop. So keep on watching. I got the clips to match. And if you want to check this look out, if you want to try it, keep on watching because I talk you through, of course, the whole thing. I'm going to start out with this Alexis Stone Instinct palette. This is new. This is my first time using it. From this palette, I'm going to start with the darkest pink, almost purple color. And I'm just using a flat eyeshadow brush. And what I'm going to do is take this purple color and work it on the outer corner of my eye. After that, I'm just going to move up a shade to the next darkest pink and work that into the middle portion, staying in the crease area and also blending the two where they meet. And you guessed it, after that is done, we're going to go up one more shade of pink and we're going to use that to fill out the rest of this upper crease part of my eye. Now that the crease is finished, it's a little messy, that's cool. We're going to go in and cut this crease, and I'm using LA Girl Pro Concealer in the color Porcelain. And I'm just going to take a flat concealer brush and cut my eyelid a little bit past halfway. And just make sure that I cover this all the way and let it dry. Once my crease is dry, I'm going to take my Morphe 35V and I'm going to use a shimmery champagne-ish color and work it on that dry concealer. I'm going to pat in for the most part, but you can see as it dried, it did create a little bit of a crease. So I just want to make sure that I'm rubbing that out as well. Once the champagne color is all applied, I'm going to go back in with the middle pink color. I'm going to use that to sort of blend out the coloring between the champagne where I cut the crease and where the crease is not cut. Just gonna make it look way more smooth. Okay, and then the piece de resistance is gonna be the NYX matte liquid liner. I love this liner so much. Liquid liner can be a little bit scary, but it definitely gives you a way crisper line. And then I love the matte finish on this because sometimes that shiny black be looking a little cheap. And we don't want that. Just to finish up the eye, I just took a clean, fluffy brush and blended out some of that outer corner with the pink. And then I'm going in with a detailed brush and grabbing that white glittery champagne shade and just touching it up some. I just really want the white part to like be Poppington. So gotta hit it again on both sides and then go back in with a little bit of pink. Actually this brush, so I didn't add any more product on it. It's just the same one that I used from those corners, and I'm just using whatever's left on it to brush everything out and make it look nice and blended. So eyes are done, onto the skin. My absolute fave. So I color correct all the time. Once I learned about this, I just can't even get enough. It just makes everything look flawless. So this is just the LA Girl Pro Concealer in the orange corrector. Of course, putting it up underneath my eyes. And then mama's got to hit the mustache and her beard. Just get all that blended in and ready for the foundation. So, at the time of me recording this, it's like seasonal transition type thing. And it's really hard for me to find a color when I'm in between winter and summer for sure. Almost all the time, but definitely this time. So I'm going to use the Maybelline Super Stay and also the Revlon Color Stay. And they're in coconut and cappuccino. And so I'm going to, coconut and caramel actually. And I'm going to blend these in, and I just put my foundation on using dots. And so I dot one color and then go in and kind of like dot the other color. And then that way, when I go in with my blender, it's going to do its job and blend the two shades versus trying to mix them on my hand and using way too much product to get the right color. So dot them on my face, blend them in with a blender, making sure that I get my ears and that neck. And to make sure the colors are even more right, we're of course going to highlight. This is LA Girl Pro Concealer in Fawn, which I always use Fawn, it's my favorite. Getting underneath those eyes, just making sure not to go too far out. Like you don't want to have a full triangle and create this weird gap in your makeup. I love it when I'm doing more drag inspired looks, but for something this kind of like natural, well, it's not natural, but like actual, my skin looks more natural. I just try to really make sure I'm focusing in under the eye, up under that nose, and then letting as it goes out, it's going to kind of fade and blend because you want it to look natural. Find my Sasha Buttercup powder, and I just borrowed my friend's. This is Ulta HD setting powder, which it looked a little white when I was first doing it, but going back and watching it, and even after the finished look of this makeup, I loved it. Stays fairly light, just hits those set points, and you want to make sure that you're pressing into the skin and not baking, so we're not like leaving any sort of flashback or the residue, but just doing a really good push in. I forgot to show the packaging, but after I do my highlight powder, I just go in with a setting powder and set my whole face and blend out any sort of harsh lines that may have come with my highlight. And this I do just using my Maybelline Fit Me setting powder in coconut. For highlighting, I like to use the Black Radiance. I believe it's a setting powder, and it's in black coffee, but since it's darker than my skin, I use it as a contour powder. And so just making sure to hit my contour areas and just go on really, really lightly. I love this powder because it's super buildable. And I can start light and kind of like work my way up, but it makes me look nice and toasty. It's hard to find a brown that doesn't get muddy looking. And I like that this has some red hues because I have red hues in my face. So this for me as a contour is just perfect. All right, and then hit the nosy nose just a smidge. Y'all know I don't contour my nose too much. Okay, If you check my blog for my must-have drugstore beauties, this highlighter is definitely in there. It's just a Wet n Wild highlighting powder, and girlfriend, it's so good. I love it because it's natural, and also it's a lot of really goldy flakes. So I feel like for me, it gives me definitely a really nice sun-kissed look versus how some highlighters just have that white halo-y powder look. My brown girls know it's hard for us sometimes to get something that really just gives us a nice strobe that looks natural to our skin and not like crazy. So this is definitely one I would select. Makeup's done for the most part, so I got to get that hair right. Just sprayed it with a little Gots to Be so I can slick down them flyaways. Finishing touches here. So I put my lashes on off camera because y'all know I can't do lashes on camera because I'm terrible at it. And I'm just going under. So this is the darkest purple pink that I use in the beginning, and going underneath that eye and going to make them fangs bang a little bit. And to top it off, I'm going to use my Fenty Beauty lip gloss. And like I said in the beginning, so this is just like a 90s super glossed dollar store extra pop-in looking lip. But I just laid a lot of layers of this lip gloss on and tried not to blend it in too much, but make sure I was using everything that was on the wand and just getting it everywhere. I want it from every angle that you looked at this lip. It was just popping and shining and hitting the light and catching everything and being all over the place and extra and full and yum. So that's what we're doing here. Finish off that lip and then really we're done. That's it. That's all. All right, and that's it. Super glossed down. Like, I can't even handle myself in this gloss lip right now. The eye was fairly easy. 2 palettes. Definitely loving this Revolution palette. Like, the pigmentation is insane. It was definitely worth the price. I cannot wait to try the other color ranges that are in it. It does feel kind of limited because it just gives you a couple of colors, but I love it. This look, I'm feeling pop. Hope you liked it. If you did, make sure to give me a like. Comment down below. Let me know what you think. Subscribe, share, all that kind of shit. And then make sure you follow me on Instagram at TiffSaysGo. Thanks, guys.